Hope I can actually be heard this time.
I'm actually gonna pull it up just to be sure.
Mm.
I was able to include my audio just fine.
Well, no, because there was a problem with the Minecraft stream we did the other day.
Oh, was it the same problem?
Yeah.
For some reason, my audio wasn't coming through.
Oh, okay.
All the other videos, my
One
audio was coming
second.
through.
Be right back.
Again?
Remember, he is having to jump through. He is having to jump between like 2 streams.
Yeah. You figure you just choose one or the other.
Yeah.
Not to, harp on him, but it makes it a little hard for us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I really don't think Shane would enjoy, like, hearing a voice for a while and then they go, and then he comes back eventually. It's a little weird.
It is.
It's very unprofessional. Not to say we're professional, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh. We are not professionals in any fucking capacity.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, you're coming through.
Alright, good. That's why I kept talking, because I knew that I had to test it.
Yeah.
Now we gotta hope Nick is coming through. You should probably do your introduction.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everyone, welcome to the usual bullshit that we call a live stream.
Introduction's a little late this time.
Oh, shut up.
Alright.
I am here with John.
Hello! I never
And as you
leave.
see, yes, he is the ever-returning character.
Yes, I am.
And
will
we
never
are
be
accompanied by Nick.
Hello!
If he can ever actually fix his mic.
Shut up! Nothing's
By the
wrong
way,
with
your
my
audio's
mic, damn it.
included,
It's
right,
just
Nick?
I'm talking to 2 different chats, okay? Leave me the fuck alone.
Very unprofessional, but we deal with that.
Okay, you're both coming through. You're good.
Good. Perfect. Alright, let's get this shindig started.
Yes, let's. So, should we immediately add fuel to the fire?
Say let's save it for about halfway through. Let's do something else.
Alright.
Let's not
Let's
start
see,
in
let's see
immediately
right
with
here.
what we said we were going to start in. We got to keep the audience retention somehow.
Yeah, we do.
Am I not wrong? Wait a minute.
Oh, good
We're
God.
missing someone.
You forget, I'm still stuck over here.
That's right, you
Do you
are.
need a stash box?
Do you
The
need
thing
to
is,
be
I can
murdered?
help you.
My stash box is full, damn it.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Drop your crap.
That's what you get for having so many high-level fucking weapons.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Shut up.
I am not wrong in this situation. I don't want to hear it.
Oh,
Connor,
fuck.
do you
I know
dare
we
me?
sound like assholes. We're just giving him shit for a bit of fun. What? I'll help you. Let's go. Oh shit.
Oh.
Bessie's protected.
Alright, let's go just kill the ramen. Yeah, these aren't invincible. Yeah, these aren't invincible.
And there goes 1 Brahmin. There goes 2 Brahmin. I think you could kill Bessie at one point.
Yeah, I think you could. And this is a water purifier, no water, unfortunately, because they have a pipe.
Wait, what?
But
Dude. Bessie was red for a minute.
probably because we killed the Brahmin.
That's true.
I think it was Bessie's job to defend the Brahmin.
Most likely.
Well, Bessie, congratulations, you failed. You should feel embarrassed.
Oh, fucking definitely. Failed hard.
Okay, I have
So-
a little bit of breathing room, so I'm on my way to you fuckers.
Finally. God damn.
Shut up!
Took you long enough!
Audience, I'm not an asshole. I can just laugh whenever I want.
We're just giving him shit for a bit of
Yeah.
fun.
Because they're all a bunch of dickheads.
No, we're not. We're practical. Except when it comes to my
Bullshit.
build, and then I don't want to hear it.
Time to get you leveled. Oh god, what D20 do I have to... What fucking dice do I have to roll this
I gotta
time?
roll a D8, and then usually it's somewhere between a D4 and about a D20.
Yeah.
By the way, audience, I am still doing that. Because I am an idiot.
What are you not?
Good point. I'm happy to be an idiot. Makes things more entertaining.
We can tell. We can tell.
Can you now?
Yes.
Good. Alright, well, my quest has me in strength and numbers. What about you guys?
I got Hunter for Hire, Bureau of Tourism, Final Departure, and Miscellaneous.
Well, I was gonna say, I have to do strength and numbers if you want to catch up with me here.
Yeah, probably will. Seconds. I have something that has caffeine in it. Good God.
Because drugs.
Do my eyes ever just want to shut?
I mean, my eyes don't do that, but that's just me.
No, I didn't go to sleep until probably about like 11:30, 12 o'clock. So, like I said, I only woke up at like 3 a.m.
Oh, see, you have the same problem my grandmother has. She can't sleep very long.
Oh no, I normally can. It's just my body hated me last night and this morning.
Well, my quest has me going this way, so whee!
Oh god, there goes John running off like a madman he is. Let's follow.
I'm gonna go find a Soltron!
Oh god, I'm gonna beat him to it.
I mean, it doesn't matter, you can't do the quest anyway.
Oh no, I'm gonna head over to my fucking camp.
I'm gonna take the long way. Because the long way is more fun. Actually, you know what we should
bet it
probably do
is.
together?
Oh no.
Let's go join the army.
Yes!
I love that quest. I mean, come on, I'm already wearing a beret and freaking fatigues.
Yeah, you are.
I'm already kitted. Unfortunately, it requires a specific type of fatigues and an army hat. Hey, Nick? Good, bud?
You alive, buddy? Nah, the aliens took him this time. God damn it. We didn't get to him fast
Not
enough.
again!
We're such assholes!
Yes, but we're fun assholes.
Nick knew what he was signing up for. We
Yeah.
definitely informed him.
We definitely told him that there would be jokes. At both his expense and our expense. Isn't that right, Nicky boy?
Fuck off.
I was waiting for that.
That was perfect. Alright, so why don't we talk about something here? Let's talk about that. Not
Well, that is
the
the
topic, but...
that is the perfect segue to our sponsor. If we
Raid
had a
Shadow
sponsor, that is.
Legends!
every YouTuber's sponsor right now.
Everyone with a pulse is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
They are.
Even if they don't have
Okay,
a pulse,
so-
they'll drop money on them.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so
Speaking of YouTubers...
oh god, let's go right into that one.
Oh boy. So what do you have for us, Connor?
Here, let me pull up the list.
What kind of list are we talking about here?
Okay, so this is on the taco. 10 YouTubers who fell off the map. YouTubers... Excuse me. YouTube has seen many different popular channels and vloggers over the years, but some simply fell off the map, never to be seen again.
Yeah, because as YouTube grows up and changes, a lot of people that were from the older days get left behind. Which is unfortunate, but it happens. You know, it's kind of like life. Eventually, we'll all die.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, some of these people, pretty much, okay, so some of these guys we haven't heard of, some of these guys you haven't heard of. That's just how this is going to work, unfortunately.
And then I also have a story to tell on this topic, somewhat.
Yeah.
It's going to be a story.
So, we have Kev Jumbala.
Never heard of him. What exactly
Yeah,
did
so
he make?
I have no clue. Let me actually plug in my mouse so I can have better control over this.
Wow, how
my
unprofessional of
touchpad.
you.
Hey, I'm doing it more than I was even thinking of doing it, so leave me alone. Okay, so Kev Jumbala was a popular YouTube channel in the early... Okay, so apparently journalists don't know how to type anymore. Was a very popular YouTube channel in the early days of the platform. Days of the platform, earning 2.7 million subscribers. He built up a huge audience. The man behind it all, Kevin, became a big success from YouTube, and it allowed him to start pushing into the acting world.
Wait, Kevin Wu, why does that sound familiar?
I have no clue. However, that passion led to his love of YouTube fading away, and 3 years ago, he stopped uploading entirely. He had stopped posting earlier than that due to an incredibly serious accident that left him seriously injured, but did return for a brief period before opting against remaining a full-time YouTuber. So, just to get an idea, this... Oh, shit. This article is actually posted June 19th.
So it could be a little out of date.
Yeah. There is... the... sorry, I'm gonna butcher this because so the very center part of this name looks German. So I'm probably gonna butcher this, even though funny part is I am German. Okay, so from what it says here, the
link to this article will be in the description below for those watching on YouTube.
Yeah, Schurman show? Or Schurman?
Never heard of him.
Chuer man show.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Maybe it's, Skirman show? The, whatever the hell you want to call it, was an incredibly popular YouTube channel that showcased how great the family vlogging world could be. However, in 2017, they made the decision to stop making videos as they were struck content anymore. The channel stopped uploading, and instead, Samantha, last name, now just focuses on her individual beauty channel. However, well, the family pop up, the family vlogging days are gone.
So it was a family vlogger.
Yeah.
Which, if you know anything about YouTube, could actually be a problem. Nothing against family
now.
YouTubers, but I feel like they're mostly just exploiting their family to get views, mostly. But that's just me. I could
Some
be
of
wrong.
them, yeah. But also now it sucks because, like, you make a channel aimed towards kids and pretty much you're gonna get nowhere with it because of pop-up.
Okay. Dialogue choices. Time to roll my dice.
Oh, good God.
For anyone just joining us, my entire goal for this character that I am doing right now is every decision must be decided with a dice roll.
Yeah.
Whether it be a conversation choice with an NPC, or literally pick that's going to help me survive. all decided by a roll of the dice with actual dice, because I don't like digital.
Yes, and it is actual Dungeon and Dragon dice, or D&D. So, next channel up is the Toy Channel, or, as I'm guessing this is one of the videos, Mickey Mouse Play-Doh. YouTube has become a place for every type of content imaginable, and Mike Monzart took that opportunity to create the Toy Channel. While it wasn't anywhere near as popular as the previous two examples, it certainly had a cult following, with his videos often gaining millions of views. He would look at different toys each time and review them, being bluntly honest about any issues that existed. However, he stopped reviewing toys in order to pursue being an artist, and therefore he no longer uploads. The next one on this is Hannah Minx. This is also 7 out of 10. Hannah Minx ran a very popular YouTube channel that just burst onto the scene and instantly became very popular. However, as quick as it came in and blew up in terms of popularity, it was gone. It's a shame, as Hannah was full of energy and passion, which could have really allowed her to develop a massive channel had she stuck with it, but she opted to stop uploading 6 years ago and been seen online since. Heather Feather ASMR. That's not feather, that's feather, okay? ASMR became a hugely popular section of YouTube. Oh, it has?
How would you guys like it if I started an channel?
No, please stop.
gonna do
ASMR
that.
bothers me. Please stop. I hate ASMR with a passion.
And one of the original channels to really build that up was Heather Feather ASMR. However, nowadays that isn't the case after she stopped uploading 2 years ago. Several months ago, okay, yeah, so this is an older article as it was being written. Heather Feather ASMR randomly began uploading again. However, there are now very sporadic. They are now very sporadic, and the views on each video once were, with other channels taking her spot during her absence. With other channels, sorry. I'm shit. Okay. This is the biggest one. A lot of people know this. Kyle, or FPS Russia, the guy that unfortunately got raided because everybody thinks he killed his business partner.
Just a little bit crazy, but makes sense.
Yeah. Only because, you know... Yeah. Only because, fucking... There's no proof as to how his business partner died, just that he was shot with a firearm. And a lot of people suspect Kyle. Okay, so with 7 subscribers, it is clear that the FPS Russia YouTube channel was a hit. The channel would see Kyle Myers use different guns on each episode, shooting practice and blowing things up. It was certainly a unique channel, but one that had a major following. But in 2020, he just randomly fell off the map and stopped uploading. A big issue for him was demonetization, especially considering the content he was creating. Michelle Pan, or Fan, or Han. I'm not sure how to say the last name properly. Like John said, this will be in the description, so please keep that in mind. This is another YouTube channel that left and then ended up struggled to find the same levels of successes as previously. She had become incredibly popular, managed to gain millions of views, but then walked away from it all. Which
is kind of rare, really.
Yeah. When she did return, Michelle has managed to upload. And hasn't been anywhere. She cited legal reasons and problems with self-image as her reasoning for to walk away. Which, I'm going to stop this for a second and say those are very legitimate reasons. Mm-hmm. If you actually go through that stuff, because how it sounds is she... And I don't normally like saying this about people who do YouTube content, but unfortunately in this day and age, especially because of Gen Z, and I hate saying it, I'm part of the Gen Z. I don't consider myself part of it, but in reality,
I don't either.
my
I
age...
am one of the earliest years of Gen Z, and I do not relate to any Gen Z.
Yeah, like TikTok, I was looking at today, and there's a girl who's fucking crying over the reverse face filter, which is just, it literally switches it from looking like it's in your right hand to your left. There's no point in having it. Like, crying about it and all that, but this one girl is crying about it, and she's just and she's begging TikTok to take it down. It's an action. It is also an effect that you can put on videos. Does that mean you have to do it? No. Now, if you love to disagree, I'm sorry, this is something where your opinion officially can fuck off out the window. And if you want to say anything with it, please, I'll throw you out there myself.
Connor, I think what you mean is window over there. Yeah, that's the door.
Yeah, it's the door, but, you know, I'll be kicking you out of it.
Knock, knock, who's there at the door?
Knock, knock, who's there? The fucking foot.
The door.
But no, like, I don't like to say this, but the way it seems, especially with her dropping off, coming back, and then immediately, and then saying that, especially with, hasn't managed to upload consistently and hasn't been anywhere near as successful. It's like she was trying to get sympathy. Which I get, especially if you actually went through that. But if you're doing it just to get sympathy, I'm sorry. Stop it. Just stop. It's not going to work. Once people realize that you're just doing it for sympathy and that you don't really give two shits and you don't really fucking care, how well do you think that's going to really go over? How long are you going to be able to keep up that facade before people see through it? Now to continue, this is number 3. Jogwheel, the podcast spin-off series, 2017. Video uploads.
Oh,
Here's
Connor, here we go. It's level up time.
Oh, God. With almost 1 million subscribers, Jogwheel has itself as a major channel on YouTube. That a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to watch. Is it a good idea to microwave this series? Was what take to new levels. Branch out, especially in field. Didn't last either. Side of a random Star Wars.
Are you
the
serious?
Rise of
Serious game, Lead Belly. Oh.
Now I will say, like, if you're gonna kind of content where it's not built to last, you're not going to be there for very long. And that's only because, like, you're doing something that you know inevitably will fail. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner it's going to be easier to move on once you fail. It's not something that you want to hear, it's not something that you want to be told, but in reality, you're going to fail. You're going to fuck up. You're not going to get to where you want. But as soon as you accept it, it becomes easier to deal with.
Time to see if I can fool a few automated identifications.
And then let's move on to the next one, which is the Shaytards.
That sounds familiar,
Shaytarl
but I don't remember any of it.
Well, this might jog your memory. Shay Carl was one of the original vloggers who burst onto the scene and provided that being a YouTuber was possible as a career. He in his end created cards who were incredibly popular day vloggers with over 5 million. After selling his company to Disney, the family really was on a roll until issues in personal life caused huge problems. Since then, he has put his focus on saving his family and righting his wrongs. With the focus on YouTube no longer there. So it sounds like someone ended up hitting a bell and couldn't continue.
Which happens.
It does. Does it suck? Yeah, but it's the same thing that I said before. Stuff like that's gonna happen. It sucks to hear, but the sooner you get the idea, you deal with it.
Don't let it fester.
Yeah. If you think about it too much when going into it, it will happen. But if when it happens, you have that thought in the back of your head, like, I knew this was going to happen, you can move on. You can start to kind of do other things. And that'll be the idea overall.
Now, let's skip to the big one on the list.
Oh, God. Where to
If you
start
remember
with
this,
one?
you are a veteran of YouTube.
You are, and you deserve a fucking medal. Fred!
Fred.
If no one remembers Fred, or you need a quick memory
feel
jog,
old.
basically think of the guy that had such a high-pitched voice that squeakers hated him.
Squeakers hated him.
He had such a high voice, I'm not sure he ever hit puberty. It was obviously a facade, I'm fairly sure.
But man, he
Yeah.
was basically king of the world back in YouTube old.
Oh, definitely, and it is a facade, 'cause I just looked over and I saw it. Fred was a highly popular YouTube star. Lucas,
Cruikshanks.
yeah, Cruikshanks, create different comedy sketches to entertain people. It certainly did just that, and it saw him become a huge name as he gained 3 movies and television show appearances. But in 2014, he stopped making content on that channel as the appeal was dwindling.
I would like to point out 3 movies.
Yes.
All of varying quality. I've seen all 3 myself. The first
I
one
haven't seen
is
any.
kind of forgettable. The second one I barely remember. And the third one is literally only my memory because it has one of the most annoyingly catchy songs you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah. But yeah, as the appeal was dwindling, as competition rise, well, he does still create different content outside of this brand. It reaches the same level of popularity as this.
Man, I just can't get over how big he was back in the day.
And he was huge.
Like, if you wanted an example of someone on YouTube who reached actual success, you looked at Fred. And God, that feels weird to say.
Pretty much. It was PewDiePie or Fred.
Yeah,
Most of the time
that was
it
the
was
king
Fred.
of YouTube. Or if you were in that one very small amount of time where Smosh was on top. Right before proceeded to steamroll the entire competition.
Yeah. And before Anthony Patia ended up leaving.
Anthony did leave. It kind of still feels weird that he did, but it kind of made sense if you saw behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to go on a little tangent and tell a little story. I've been
good
around the
God.
horn a little while on YouTube and on Twitch. So let's just suffice to say I know a couple of streamers. There's one that I used to watch, stream Borderlands 3. Very fun game if no one's tried it. I freaking love the game. And on one of their streams, I made a joke that was specifically referring to the annoying orange, if you remember him. And I think the joke was the Hey Apple joke from literally the oldest Annoying Orange video. everyone knows the joke if you know who the annoying orange is. I will just say they are 18. They had no idea what I was talking about.
Oh, God.
And then I decided to drop the facade and specifically mention what it was from, and they still had no idea what I was talking about. It shattered my brain that what I used to see as content on YouTube, some people don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it sucks. And the one thing that's really gonna suck is one very, very great man that passed away. So I'm looking at a picture right now, and it sucks. Grant with his 5-year-old son. The king of random, Grant Thompson, had over 11 million subscribers on
Grant.
his YouTube page. When he was killed in a
paragliding accident.
In southern Utah
this
past July.
I will say right now, I still watch The King of Random, and I still love the channel. It's been great ever since I've been watching it. But Grant's passing it was one of the first YouTube deaths I was actually around for and actually followed the channel when it happened. And I kind of I was in complete shock. I couldn't believe it.
So I'm gonna stop playing for a second. I'm gonna finish up doing this part of the back to basic for basic training. This is actually a quote. It is with great sadness to inform everyone that Grant Thompson passed away last night. Grant had great love and appreciation for his fans. A statement on his page read at the time of his death, his death, please do a random act of love or kindness today in honor of the King of Random. Grant's legacy will live on in the channel community he created. Now, before anyone else other than me continues, if you have watched the King of Random and you stopped and you don't why they're doing it, it's not out of malicious intent, anything of that sort. They're doing it to keep the idea of the King of Random alive. They're doing it because Grant's wife actually asked them to. Because it's a channel where it can still live on.
Even though it's not what it used to be, I still love the channel. There's just so much content that I can it's almost every day, I can tune into and just enjoy. Because they do put a lot of quality in their work. And I honestly think Grant would be proud.
Oh, he would. Also, this is on a page of Distractify.com, YouTubers who are gone but not forgotten.
Oh boy, gonna make me cry more, ain't ya?
And this is 10 YouTubers who died far too soon. Now, I don't think Grant died too soon. Was it an accident that killed him? Yes, but...
Are we saddened by his death? Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah, we're all saddened. Everyone that loved his channel was saddened. It sucked to see him go. But I have to say, he seemed like the kind of guy that wanted to live life to the fullest. Would he love to be here today? To see his kids? Yes. He would love that tremendously. Did he take a step back from the channel for various reasons? One being family and the toll that YouTube was taking on him. Yeah. So maybe he wanted to look for the excitement of doing stuff in other places. But he seemed like the guy that would really want to do stuff to live to the fullest.
Oh yeah, my pop's in the union. Why do you ask?
But I think the way he passed is the way Grant probably would have wanted to go.
My terminal keeps me company while Pop is at the mine.
Connor, we're getting a little far along here. Let's move to...
Yeah. Alright, I will keep those in mind. Next one up is... Hold on a second, I gotta go to the server and see what's going on. Oh, that's right, no. Twitch announcements. Okay, so that's the real question. Which one are we going to move on to? 1, 2, or 4?
Well, we're obviously not doing that one just yet. Let's do the second one.
You do know 2 is the one you don't want to do yet.
I meant the second one after that one.
Oh, you mean the fully digital?
Yeah. Can we talk about this? Because this is actually kind of bugging me.
It's very interesting. So I actually have the article pulled up. So, if no one has heard, here where I live in Canada, I actually live very
Yeah, because he's a Canuck.
close.
Don't forget that. Make fun of him.
I live very... Yeah, I live
Make fun of him.
very
He's a
close to
Canadian.
where this happens.
He's a Canadian.
What? Oh, okay, I'll take that. Ooh, okay, there we go. So, I'm going to read off the article headline here, and then we'll get into this. First fully digital hospital in North America to open in Toronto.
Because yes, in case any of you Americans are listening or watching this video, Canada counts as North America. It's not just all America.
Yeah. Sorry to burst your very, very slow bubble, but yeah, America's not the only place in North America.
Canada
It's the same-
Canada isn't like an island, you know?
Yeah. We're surrounded by you fuckers. If we wanted to get away, well, I'm fairly sure we're more scared of being nuked than anything.
Mm.
But, yeah, no, so let me actually start scrolling down through this. Toronto will soon become the home of North America's first fully digital medical facility with the opening of the new Humber River Hospital next month. Reuben Devlin, I know Devlin or Devil or I don't know how to say his last name properly. The president and CEO of Humber River Residential described the new hospital as lean, green, and digital. The facility, he said, will focus on using the latest technology to make treatment more effective and efficient. The hospital features everything from automated kiosks where patients can enter their information to robotic arms that administer medication. The facility also uses a digital management system that counts, organizes, and checks the expiration dates of all the drugs at the hospital to make sure patients aren't getting the wrong treatment or treatment that is entirely out of date. Because yes, meds do go bad. The digitalization is also aimed at making patients more comfortable during their time at the hospital. Each of the hospital's 650 beds are supplied with touchpads from which patients can access their medical chart, adjust their room temperature, and even make phone calls. Now, we're going to come back to the medical chart thing because I don't agree with that. But I'm going to continue here. Robots also deliver supplies like linens and food to patients' beds. We're a community hospital, Devlin said. We want to provide a warm environment and a place where patients can feel more comfortable coming at a stressful time, mainly right now with what's going on. The 30 ARC facility located at Nice Street and Highway 401, which is a highway here in Ontario, will replace the old Church Street and Neil Street campus. Construction of the new facility started in 2011. The hospital is set to officially open its doors on October 18th. Okay, so first thing I want to bring up is I don't think patients should be looking at their medical charts.
No.
And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but we want to know what's in it. Yeah, you're not going to understand half of it. Take any of the medical shows. The medical shows where there's like, so this is the treatment, this is what we can do. When those people are actually sitting there, and even actors, when they're sitting there, it's like, we don't understand what you're saying. That's the truth. It's not that those are going to play dumb. It's literally, you will not understand the treatment because you don't know what the fuck the treatment's actually designed for. You don't know if it's there to help, if it's there to do anything harmful to you. You have no fucking idea.
And that's the whole reason we have doctors.
Yeah. They're trained. Now, this hospital is aimed towards what's going on right now in the world with Brovid. And that's so that they can lessen which is pretty much people constantly getting fucking infected right now. Because, you know, people are stupid. And I will say this right now. Italy. Look up Italy. Please.
They need help over there.
And
Someone please call them.
They don't. They did a full lockdown. They are Brovid free. The country, Italy itself, is Brovid free. They have not been running into issues. And that is because they did a full-on lockdown. Anyone that is listening to this and lives in London, Ontario, Toronto, Ontario, anywhere in Ontario, you will know we just got put into a second fucking lockdown, essentially. Not a proper lockdown, but just a, these are the suggestions, please stay home. And it's not working. Where I live, which is a certain city, like I said, if anyone lives in Ontario, you'll have an idea of where I live because I said 2 hours, like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Toronto. Or if you visited Canada before, you'll have an idea. I'm not going to give you my fucking location, so don't you dare start asking for that. But, no. Where I live, so here in Canada, there's a store called the Real Canadian Superstore. There's 2 in my city. The one furthest from me just had a 10-person case. I thought it was the one just up the road. Turns out, it's the one across the city that just had a 10-person case. Because people are being stupid, they think this is all fake, they think that the US government is covering up, they think that our government is just making shit up. That is not the truth. What do you think about SARS?
You want the truth, you can't handle the truth.
Yeah, but think about it. SARS. But SARS wasn't that bad. Yeah, you know what? That was Mother Nature testing us. Because SARS is another Brovid virus. By the way, anyone wondering why I'm saying Brovid, YouTube will basically delete the video if I say the C word.
Or at least it has in the past.
Yeah.
And we'd rather not get this video removed.
Yeah, we'd rather it stay up. We have the loyal viewers of 1 view per fucking video.
I mean, hey, that's better than 0.
It is. But, no, with what's going on in the world right now, please, everyone understand that when you are told to stay home, it means stay home.
It's not a suggestion.
It does not... Yeah, it's not. And
Make me
anyone
come
that
there and
lives in
break your legs.
Ontario, please, take it seriously. Because people are saying with the lockdown, and this is actually one of the other segments that we were going to go into, and you know what? This is the best way to bring it up right now. With how the lockdown is, currently... And we'll get more into this later. I'm just bringing this up now. With how the lockdown is currently...
He is probably going to discuss more of the Canadian side. I'm willing to discuss more of the American side.
Yes. Now, this is more my view for what's going on in my province currently. With what's going on and people complaining about how, oh, the lockdown's hurting us. It's hurting people's mental states. Yeah, what do you think is worse? A guy pointing a gun at your face? Where it's full-on military, where they are allowed to intervene. What is more scarier? A virus that can kill you, and especially, and I'm sorry to terrify anyone, the UK variant has just been confirmed to be more infectious. Pfizer is saying that they're...
9 United States have confirmed that they have the new strain.
Yeah. And think about that. It's been confirmed to be more infectious. Even though, John, you have not heard me say this, I have said from the start, this virus will be horrible. And it's the truth, because okay, so I have to say this now. And this is something that really bugs me, because people are so fucking stupid. People actually say that doctors don't know what they're talking about, that they're idiots, they shouldn't be... Well, guess what? Well, in med school, do you want to know what they're taught? They know jack fucking shit. They don't know a goddamn thing. And the only ones that think they do are the ones that have a god complex. The ones that actually follow the real thing of you don't know jack fucking squat. The reason why they're taught that is you can come in with meningitis. But they have to look at it as if you have every single goddamn virus in the fuck. They have to look at it and act as if it's the Black Plague. They cannot just say, oh, you have this. People have died from that. There's a reason why now they're taught. You don't know anything. And that's, even though that's not the idea that they're taught the idea of what you're looking at. You should not assume it is what you think it is, even if it shows every single sign, because certain things can show various signs. People are freaking out about Brovid right now. Well, guess what? The common cold is a Brovid. I wish I was kidding. It has the exact same antibodies. It's just that genetically they're different, but they are from the same.
Well,
they
yes,
are from
but
the
actually,
same
no.
family strain. But think about that for a minute. If there are that are similar, how do we distinct them? And here's the problem with Pfizer cure. And I know I'm probably gonna get shit for this. But in reality, Pfizer is saying that their vaccine will work. They have no clue. Because unfortunately, the FDA, whatever it is that will push for medicine, vaccines, anything to be pushed forward, and as we found out, a lot of the vaccines that are made are only designed towards one strain, because that's how various these strains are. And if that's true, then think about it. Pfizer is only dealing with what we come down with normal. Again, normal. That's terrifying.
It is.
Because we are currently in an era of a big bad virus around the world. We are in a pandemic, people. Not your fucking shooter in a school. We are in a pandemic. Do you know what that means? That means full-on lockdown. That means, and I'm sorry to say this for all you fucking supporters of the one man that is now being taken out of office and will be swapped out tomorrow, he should have called in the military sooner. I know no one wants to hear that. Now, that was at the beginning.
Now you must run from the angry mob that has shown up outside your house.
Right now, you're doing good in the US. As far as I know, you're doing a lot better than Canada at the moment. You have been keeping cases down. As far as I know, I don't know how it is down.
You're missing quite a big detail.
I'm really curious about this, so we'll come back to the topic of digital hospitals, because I'm actually curious about what's going on now. Just because I find it better to be informed. So, John, unless you want to continue with the hospital thing right now.
No, I'm fine with moving on to Brovid entirely.
Okay. Yeah, because this is a topic that's going to take us some time to get to.
So, you have heard that it's getting better in the States.
I haven't heard that it's been getting better, but I was taking a wild guess that it was most likely that you guys were most likely doing better than up here.
So, you know how in zombie media, they say, oh, it's just a little flu, we'll get over it, we're doing better. Literally the exact same thing is happening, and that happens in normal zombie media. It's actually spiraling out of control.
And I know every single American is going to hate to hear this. At least the ones that, don't want to be we don't want to be controlled by the government. We can't be controlled by the government. Well, guess fucking what? I haven't heard about this. I'm hearing about this from my friend that lives in the U.S. If it's getting that bad, I am praying to God.
So, I think in California or Texas, I can't remember where it is, a hospital has actually hit 0% capacity.
Well, my sensors tell me you're not nearly as dead as I expected.
All from COVID cases. Like, there is physically no space in the
Brovid,
hospital.
John. Brovid.
My bad. It slipped. Okay, YouTube,
YouTube is
apologize.
trying to stick with the gimmick of Brovid.
We slip every once in a while.
If we slip once, that's fine. Just level up. Okay.
Cool.
But, honestly, I have to say, and I know a lot of people are going to be pissed off at me, especially the ones in the U.S. Military intervention is something that's needed. It sucks, but in reality, the whole thing about martial law is not to go against the American people. Or especially if you're here in Canada. Being put into a state of emergency with martial law is not to go against us. It's to help us. Because, and this is the reason why, as social animals, as humans, psychologically, we require human interaction. Now, this is something I've never told people. John knows about this, and my friend knows about this. They're the only two that know about this, and I'm about to talk about this on stream. I was in an abusive relationship before. Kicked in the balls twice, and then mentally fucked with. It's not good. And I'll tell you right now, I get to dark places. I'm at the lowest lows where I will literally call myself names because I think that's truly what I am. If I call myself a retard, it's because I think I am. If I call myself a complete fucking dumbass, because that's what I think I am. And this is normal for someone that went through some type of abuse. And yes, men go through abuse, not just women. Meaning that all you fucking feminist activists, open your goddamn eyes. There's more than just one gender in the world that is attacked. Men are raped. There's many things that fucking happen. And the reason why I bring this, mental health now more than ever is something that matters. And do you think the American soldiers, the Canadian Armed Forces, would want to be families, making sure they're okay, mom and dad, all because psychologically we require human interaction, that we're making ourselves sick, that we're spreading this pandemic. In the US and Canada, both. In fucking Britain, in Ireland, in Scotland, in China, in fucking Japan, everywhere that is having high case
From the shores of Montezuma. No, my bad. I got that wrong. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
we're fucked.
Yes.
And it's because... And it's not anyone's fault in reality, it's how humans are.
Social creatures breed social stupidity.
Yes. And normally we would not be saying that, but right now, social stupidity is refusing to wear masks, going out. And here's the thing about Canada, and here's two different things about Canada and the US. One, we don't have stolen valor because we don't give special treatment to our vets or soldiers. Now, and this is why. If I'm correct, the actual commission locations on bases are to give discounts. Now, the reason why this is done is to deter civilians. Because just like the US, we can go buy military gear from an army surplus store. Now, do I think, as far as I know, by the way, this is as far as I know, I have no idea. if we actually do or not. Do I think that's a good idea? Yes and no. It deters people. But I think the other thing about the US is that one thing that should be cracked down on, especially when it comes to stolen valor, is asking for a VA ID. Even though I know, yes, a lot of them don't want to give it up, stolen valor is a big thing now. If anyone that watches Airsoft, Jet Desert Fox, he was a Marine. Specifically during the Gulf War. He had to pull his fucking military record because there were guys saying that they were Army Rangers without even going through the Army branch. And that's just with Airsoft. People get the idea that they lie about shit. Same with how people can walk into a place and say they have a medical condition. I'm taking a wild guess here. Please correct me if I'm wrong, John.
What about medical condition?
Can you walk into a place, say you have a medical condition that that prohibits you from wearing a mask, and they can't ask you about it?
So that is something that happens. And I am ashamed to say that my own mother does that.
Yeah. Here, unless you have, this is pretty much something that, no matter what, unless you have valid medical ID that states wearing a mask will actually impede your health, which is very hard to get forged by a fucking doctor unless you're paying out the ass. You are required, and yes, shops in both America and Canada can do this. They can refuse service. But here, unless you literally have a valid medical reason, and you actually have a bracelet to prove that you have something like very bad asthma, you have to wear a mask or you are not allowed inside. You have no other fucking choice. Oh god, no, John. Guess where I am?
Okay, McClintock.
Ah!
Oh god, where have you wound up?
I'm at some cabins.
Oh, are you at the Screaming Cabins?
Yep, the
I love that
Alpine
place.
River cabins.
I love that place. I love that place. I challenge you to find the secret of that place.
I'm actually gonna try and find it, but honestly, like, there are differences between America and Canada, and the thing about vets and soldiers. What the fuck is that earthquake?
That's part of the experience.
The fuck? Now that door closed all of a sudden. Now do I agree with? Yeah. Now do I agree with vets not getting any special treatment? Fuck no. They should get treatment. They should get special treatment no matter what. They risk their lives. Oh shit!
You good?
Fucking wanker. Yeah, you know, just a ghoul ran around the corner and scared the absolute fuck out of me.
Oh yeah,
fucking hell! I turn around and there's a postman. Ow! What the fuck? What? Okay, don't tell me this is endless waves of I look away and ghouls pop out of nowhere.
It's not indefinite.
Oh, good God.
And that's also not part of it, but yeah.
Another earthquake. Whoa, the checklist. Wait, no, that's not. That's the guest book. Okay. Creepy noises, bears roaming around too close at night, and I swear the pictures on the walls were changing position. Will not be visiting again. Okay. Very peaceful, boring. So, what cabin did you two stay in then? But, is Stolen Valor in the US? Yes.
Very
Now,
much so.
because... Now, this is the reason why I think Stolen Valor videos should have never been made. Or at least, if they're made, they should be made by someone who actually has an idea of what they're talking about. Someone like where you would be in the position, John.
How would I
You would
know?
actually have some... You would have a little bit of knowledge.
A little bit.
Because here's the thing, people watch videos and they assume, oh, I can just say these things, and people will believe me. There was a guy, an actual fucking vet. He's wearing pants. Camo pants. I don't even think they were military issue pants, for fuck's sakes. He was wearing it at a convenience store. Oh god, that picture just flipped upside down. I found it.
Yeah, they do that.
But, and this is a thing that happened. He was accused of stolen valor. This kid, this guy tried to fucking punch him. That's how pissed off this kid was making him. He was asking every single question the son that has been asked in these stolen valor videos. And when the vet decided to ask him, like, the exact same questions, the kid went, oh, I'm not a soldier. Please,
Disgusts me.
you don't know what you're talking about. If you bring something up, make sure you have an idea of what you're talking about. Don't ask for a specific number. Don't ask for a sergeant. Because in some situations, you could be talking to a vet that is just walking around in fucking camo clothing. That is not even military issue. Again, this kid, most likely 17, was about to get clocked by a fucking vet.
Mm.
How bad would that have fucking looked?
Would looked horrible.
Exactly. Is there a way for me to get underground? I have a feeling I have to go underground. Oh, I'm probably insane. Oh god, what else was... I know we were on the fact of Brovid. Lockdowns and that shit. But, yeah, no. Please, be careful. Stay home and save lives. Our Prime Minister says. That earthquake again!
You'll find it eventually. Just gotta do some, detective work. I believe in you.
Door closed. Okay, but yeah, no, back onto the fact of fully digital hospitals. Oh my god! That sounded like you fuckers just... Why did that sound like you came out of the ground?
There is no underground to that place. Or at least not that I know about.
Okay, there's only a certain amount of cabins here, right?
Yeah.
Wait, am I looking inside the cabins or near?
What do you think?
Okay, I'm gonna start looking around outside then. Okay, yeah, no, these all have dust that fall from them. What the fuck? I started running and that shot went off. But yeah, no, on the fact of, fully digital fucking... There's an outhouse. The metal bucket in it.
This is a bucket.
A rock... Why the fuck is there a rocking chair? That's weird. But yeah, no, fully digital hospitals. What is the full fucking view on those?
I don't like it.
I don't either, but if some shit can help, I'm full for it, but...
I don't think it should be fully automated.
Oh, fuck no, not fully. Now, with what's going on right now, it's understandable, but hopefully they'll go back on it after this. Also, on the fact of being fully digital, have you heard what McDonald's is doing?
Nope.
Okay, so if no one has heard, if no one works at McDonald's, my landlord does, so this is why I know about this. There's a battle going on over here. So, what's currently going on is they've switched their fryers, for one. From the standard, you gotta pull it up, put it down, you gotta pull it up, fucking put it on the one spot to keep it that has now been automated. Now, that has been automated because of, well, fryer technology being developed. And this technology is set for a specific amount of time. The oil is heated at all times. The baskets will lower into the fryer and then go for, again, an allotted amount of time. Then they will come up after that time limit has been reached. So, that had great success in the way of, you know, they basically have to have a technician almost on site. Of how much the fucking code and shit breaks. So now, they wanted to take drive-thrus, which are about, like, what, 2, 3 people?
I think McDonald's does 2-person drive-thrus.
Yeah, well, they're about to make it 1-person drive-thrus, and that one person's a robot.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're actually thinking about completely swapping it over to robots.
I have so many problems with this.
Oh, so do I. And so does my landlord, but she's also looking at it from a point of like, will it help? Yes and no.
Yeah, will it help? Yes. Am I going to lose my job? Yes.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Walmart, when they added, when superstores and big box stores started adding in self-checkouts, they told people that they wouldn't be letting anyone go. That they would just be putting them in areas where they were needed. Yeah, well, guess what? A lot of the people that were let go were extra people that were hired on as cashiers, that they could swap out with cashiers. And those people got let go because they didn't need them anymore.
Oh, I'm sore all over.
Losses in job are going to happen once you start automating things.
Yeah. That robot just went by and it's speaking an odd language.
Was it communist?
Yes.
How did you let it leave? How dare you? Sympathizer.
Oh, wait, is it actually fucking commie?
Was it speaking commie?
Never seemed to end.
Settler apprentice?
I get to jam out without having to wear that.
So I was gonna say, if it's speaking commie, don't let it live. Don't let those commies live.
It sounds like it's speaking alien. Yeah, it's alien.
Those thorn bushes.
Cool. What's it called?
Hold on a second. Huh.
Wait a minute, was it glowing
shit.
purple?
No. It's literally a fucking iBot.
Oh, it's a communist iBot.
Really, you can find those out in the world now.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. I wonder why it didn't start shooting at me.
It might be one of those passive ones. They just kind of constantly do chatter.
Yeah, sounded like it. But, yeah, no. Automating stuff is good and also bad, because you do end up having to let people go. And that's currently at my landlord's location, that's what they're telling people. You're not go. Yeah, no, you are, because you have cooks, you have people that can prep the food, you also have locations where people will basically stand and wait until they can make food, because if no one really knows about this, a lot of McDonald's now will store the food. Now, they store it in the sense of they keep it in a constant location, and it can only sit there for an allotted amount of time before it gets tossed. Basically, it's kept in a fucking warming oven.
Until they
So
need
think
it.
about that. Yeah. So think about that next time you go get a cheeseburger. The fact of how long it takes. Now, when they make them fresh, yeah, it'll take them about 11 seconds. But that's 11 seconds without taking it to where you're sitting. They have to cook the patty, get that all done, then assemble it, then take it to you. But in reality, all they do is they just make a batch of burgers. And that's what they serve you. Is a batch that's most likely been sitting there for some time.
Connor, I just had a thought.
Oh god, what?
I gotta do the DMV quest again.
I
I just did that!
You wanna know the best part? I actually have to go do it.
I hate that quest.
Oh, I see where you are, John.
Yeah, I just
fun over there.
became a private.
Yeah, I'm fast traveling to the Charleston fucking station.
Okay, so time to pick a special stat. That's 8, gotta roll again. 4, charisma. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's roll a d6. 3. 1, 2, 3. Hard bargain, alright. I guess not
Oh, good god.
terrible. Alright, roll again. 8. What's that? 4. Charisma again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Oh, I just unlocked EMT and I just got it.
Shit. Nice.
Cool. EMT and hard bargain.
I gotta level up though. Damn. Yes, I will open up certain packs. Okay. But no, honestly, I don't like they're automating everything.
Me either.
I will never like that.
Call me old-fashioned, eh?
I'm gonna do this. Yeah, call me old-fashioned as well, but like, I can't think of doing that. You know, just fucking putting someone out on the street for whatever fucking reason. And that's just me. In reality, that is literally just me. Because it's physically something I can't think of doing. You put someone out in the street, for what?
Just to make a quick buck?
Yeah, pretty much.
Embarrassing.
Definitely is. And that's the thing that, like, people have issues with, is all that. And I will never understand why people will do shit like that. I don't think I ever will. Okay, pack rat. There we go. I have no charisma perks whatsoever. I love that.
I don't have any perception.
Good damn.
Well, there, I'm a private now.
Tired.
So, Connor,
Nice. Oh no. Yes.
is it time?
In a little bit here. I kind of want to stick on automation first.
Of course you do.
No, now this is where you really get to show your love for computers.
Oh boy.
So, at the moment, John, is Skynet a capable thing to create?
So, this is where we get into some fun territory. When we speak about
Yes.
something of Skynet, what we're specifically creating is a program that can control machines, which is basically just standard programming. But what we're looking for is the adaptability factor. Can a computer program adapt? Technically, if we look at it in a highly technical viewpoint, computers can already adapt to any situation as long as they're coded right. Because if you look at a standard program, you input something and it puts something out based on what you put in. What we're looking for is not so much its comprehension, we're looking at, can a computer program find every answer? Would it be capable of doing that? I think with enough time, we could be looking at something like Skynet. I think, specifically if we follow the laws of robotics, I don't think we'll ever get to the point where something like Skynet takes over. Will we eventually come to a point where computers could be controlling everything? Yes. Would it seek to destroy humanity? No.
And that is extremely true. And the reason why I bring that up is the whole thing about automation. Especially when it comes to hospitals. People will be worried about that. Now, and this is where we're going to get into some very, very technical shit. If anyone here has ever watched anime, specifically SAO, I really suggest to go watch the 3rd and 4th, as much as you can watch at the moment, the English dub, unless you don't mind watching the normal version.
Unless you don't mind watching
the Weeb version. You can actually understand it. Call it, yes. Or you actually can understand it, please go ahead. And the reason why I say that is, so every single version, it's always shown an AI like this. An AI where it's programmed. When I'm looking at it, it just spoke to me and it said, wait for my thing to be called. That is the program running, noticing player. ID is whatever. This does not use IDs. So it just sees player as the ID. So it'll just have a specific amount of prompt. It'll have a specific amount of prompt things to say. Now, the reason why I bring up SAO is that's how it's normally been. Again, I'm saying normally. In the 3rd and 4th season, they played with the idea of a ground-up AI. So most AIs are top-down. Basically meaning that they're all programmed, they're all set up. Now, a bottom-up AI is something completely different. A bottom-up
almost like it creates itself.
Essentially. And how Skynet and now Legion in the newest Terminator movie, if no one has ever seen it, I'm bringing it up for a very specific reason. We are going to get to a point where we're going to militarize robots. And it's going to be scary at first.
I mean, technically we already have.
Yeah.
Bomb control units.
That is true. But if we take it in a safe way, we won't run into issues. The issue that we'll run into is when we get too creative and too specific and we want to create a bottom-up AI. We then have to have it interact with other things. A virtual world would be the best place. Create a virtual world, put multiple bottom-up AIs in there so that they could grow and learn, that they could see how human... If we don't do that, they're immediate. They're immediate. Self-destruction protocols will run. And those self-destruction protocols are not for them. Those are the doomsday protocols, essentially, as you would think. A bottom-up will have a synthetic brain, meaning that all the neurons inside the human skull, inside the human brain, will fire. As I'm talking, those are neurons firing. That's me, that's my brain thinking. That is then my vocabulary system getting the words right. As you can see, I mess up. That's me messing up. That is an actual person messing up. That's my brain going, hold on a second. Let me compute information. I know I sound like a fucking idiot and a geek here, but that's how it works in some kind of sense. the easiest way to put it is, as there goes Nick. As stuff works, it goes through and all that, and blah blah blah. Who gives two shits? Just the bottom AI will learn. It'll learn different things. It'll have its call it lights. I guess you could say that as well, but we don't have an idea of what these like. There are multiple theories of it. A lot of them really do point towards the brain. And if that's true, and we could copy a human consciousness by taking a full scan of the human brain, think
We
of
don't need
how
a
that could
GLaDOS.
help. Yeah, we don't. But think about how that could help.
Well, shit.
Hey, Nick. Okay. About time.
Shut up.
Did you get kicked?
Yeah.
Need an invite?
I think I'm not entirely sure though.
Send you an
I'm trying
invite,
to
no
see if I
problem.
All right.
Let's see if
Complete
it'll let me
the
just-
application.
So, Connor,
Yep. All right, I'm good.
Yes.
are we good now?
Actually, yeah, I'll say we're good now. If anyone wants us to touch up on this, we may touch up on it more in a later stream. Honestly, right now, we're gonna go into the big part that if any was here for part 2, has probably been waiting for. Let's add fuel to the dumpster fire. That is, John, would you please?
Let's talk about The Last of Us 2.
I come back and that's immediately what we're jumping into. God.
This is what I have been just waiting for.
Automation still rules
John has
everything.
been giddy. I'm actually a little scared.
The hardest
He's
one.
kind of been like
Dude,
excited for
I'm
this.
terrified. Are you kidding me?
Still thumping away without any people to serve. There's a lesson.
What are you so terrified of, huh? What's the worst I can do?
with these terminal systems like it's
Knowing you a lot.
normal day in
Nick,
America
stand still,
is
motherfucker.
somewhere between
Fine, we'll do this the hard way.
disturbingly comforting and
Oh,
completely
God.
insane.
Wait, were you behind
Send
me
a
or
team
something?
invite.
A lot of secrets
Yes,
in this old
I was inviting you to a team.
that we'll need to
I didn't know
hide.
you were right behind me. I thought you were out somewhere over in the military or something. I don't know.
I already did that. No. Talk about this, shall we? We want to start with the whole thing on this whole.
Yeah, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Let's start with the Games Awards.
Please wait for your number to be called.
And who won Game of the Year?
Please number to be called.
This year, I don't think it was.
For the year 2020, it was.
You're kidding me.
I am not kidding you. The won Best Game of the Year for 2020's Game Awards.
Why?
It should not have won. Now
It
I'm
shouldn't
gonna save my butt here. Do I think Doom Eternal should have won? Oh wait, no. Yeah, I think it was it 2019? 2020 announced 2019 Best Game of the Year. My bad. It was what they announced
Please take a
in
number and wait
2020
to be served.
that was 2019's best game.
Yeah.
Because I know it was going up against Doom Eternal. The Last of Us 2 should not have won Game of the Year. Doom Eternal should not have won Game of the Year. I don't think either of them should have won. But I am biased. What I think should have won Game of the Year
Please wait.
is Animal Crossing New Horizons.
You got a point.
Please wait
Because
for your number to be
let's look
called.
at this from the perspective of the gaming community as a whole. Which game brought in the largest audience
Please take a
between the
number
three
and
of
wait
them?
to be served.
Doom Eternal, Last of Us 2, and Animal Crossing. Which brought in a larger audience?
Please wait for your number to be called.
What's in it? Animal Crossing?
Yes, Animal Crossing was the best-selling Switch game for 8 straight months.
Yeah.
Damn!
Now,
Eight
I'm gonna cut in here. And
months.
I'm gonna cut in here. I'm gonna say the reason why that happened. One, the game's good.
Game is
I will say
absolutely
that.
amazing. I love it.
But the reason why it went so far for 8 straight months is one, YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the game already had a fair amount of popularity. So again, YouTubers and streamers. And three, it launched when Brovid started.
Yes.
It gave
right
it
as the
what
lockdown
it
started,
needed.
the game launched.
Yeah.
And if you don't know anything about the game, Animal Crossing New Horizons is sort of like... It's a simulator game, but it's not like Sims. It's more like... I have trouble describing what it's even like. It's like you're creating your own little village. And you get to pick... Well, you are randomly assigned villagers, little animal creatures with personality types, and you get to build the island up from scratch. You are not given anything at the start, and you have to build your way up. And it is a blast to play. I think it should have won Game of the Year. The second that I saw Last of Us 2 on the list for Best Game of the Year, my heart sank. Because I had a feeling it was going to win because it's The Last of Us. And all... quick disclaimer, I am not specifically referring to specific individuals, but you know who you are. I knew that all the thumb up their ass, pussy wipe, fucking games journalists wouldn't care about Animal Crossing and instead would want Last of Us 2 to be the game of the year because they are all fucking simps. I can't fucking... The game...
Yeah.
Don't
Now-
get me wrong, the game was good. The game was very good. It had a great story, great characters, whatever. But, can we just discuss that it came nowhere close to the first Last of Us? In fact, I think it actually did shame by the first game. Because, let's take the Joel and Ellie. Don't get me wrong, I love that they kind of established the main threat. But if you've played the game, you know that they try to humanize the antagonists. And while I try to understand that, after what they pulled in the beginning, I don't think I could ever forgive their actions. And let's also admit the fact that you can't choose an outcome. Because it's preordained. Because, fun fact, there's actually a final fight between two playable characters. You have to finish it for one playable character. You do not have an option to let the other character win. You can't choose. You have to do it the way the game tells you. And considering this is a plot-heavy, player choice-driven game, why does it not let you choose?
You really have a really good point, like, especially with, like, if it's a game based on choice, like what they do with, like, the Telltale games, then, like, it makes sense to go ahead and actually give yourself a choice. And, like, if you make the wrong choice or whatever, okay, it comes to bite you in the ass later. Simple as that.
Not Last of Us 2.
So, I'm gonna quickly jump in here, and I am going to very quickly say, everything that you will hear here is going to be spoilers. So, now with that out of the way, and I do say that literally because, like, let's not tiptoe around this situation. So if you have not played the game, if you plan on seeing it, and you don't want it, like, spoiled...
Please tune off now.
Yes, right now, because we're gonna be... This is gonna be a heavy topic for a little bit. And they say add fuel to the fire is... If no one heard they were planning on making... That is, they were planning on keeping it held back. And one of the fucking devs said that. And Sony even came out and said that. The only reason why no one heard about it is they came out and silenced everyone. They literally would copyright videos and copy strike videos so that no one could sue them. And not only that, also, if you hadn't heard anything about the game, well, fucking hell, good on you. I'm gonna say that right now. Real fucking good on you, because basically, when leaks came out about the game, it was not just light leaks. Everything. The entire game.
Yep.
It was leaked. The whole thing that you would have to fight. The whole thing about Joel being killed. Ellie losing her fingers. That was all essentially leaked. So, sorry, but like I said, this is heavy spoilers. If you're still here, that means you're gonna have to...
That means
I'm sorry, you're gonna have
you
to
either have played the game, or you really don't care.
Yeah.
And if you really don't care, congratulations, I agree with you. Because trust me, I haven't played the game, and I'm not going to.
Neither am I.
Now, let's just get this out of the way now. Do we have a problem with Ellie being a lesbian? No.
No.
In fact, I actually think it's a good thing for her character. I think it's a fantastic choice. I love inclusion, and I think that this is a good choice. Do I like how they went about it? No.
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 Because it almost feels like they didn't give it character, and instead they were like, oh yeah, she's a lesbian now.
Like, they basically
What, you
like,
didn't
forced
know
it on
that?
her.
Fucking...
Like, they basically
folks.
forced it on her or whatever, and, like, they didn't, like,
show the
actually
growth
build into it.
They did not show the growth into it. And it just...
Yeah, they didn't. And the reason why they kind of just, you know, in a way threw it at you is the only time you ever heard about it, and it was very lightly touched upon. And I will say right now, Naughty Dog, if you see this, don't tiptoe around something. This, I know, but say someone sends it to a Naughty Dog rep. Please, this is fucking 2021 now. We don't have to tiptoe around this bullshit anymore. If there are snowflakes that get pissed off and you lose money, well, guess what? You lose fucking money. Make a game that's actually good, not a game that's bullshit. Now, on the fact of inclusion. On the fact of inclusion, I will say, good idea. And I have a feeling they got it from another game, specifically a Ubisoft game. No one has played Watch Dogs 2. There's a guy in there with what I will always call this. And I know that me and John have talked about this before. Asperger's syndrome. It was actually, I think, on the first or second episode. There's a character in that has Asperger's syndrome. And, you know, instead of Ubisoft just saying, hey, let's have the protagonist act like an asshole, the protagonist will literally grab a beer, sit next to him, and be like, fuck, what the fuck is going on? Get your head in the game. Come on, let's do something like, get your head straight.
Which character are we fucking talking about? Because, I mean, like, it's been a while since I played.
Marcus.
Marcus, okay.
There's, it's Marcus, and then it's, God. I can't remember his name, but they make it very clear because he's awkward, but that's also because, like, he has Asperger's
Oh, are you talking about
and
Josh?
sometimes it'll happen. Yes, Josh. Him. Yeah, Josh actually has, Asperger's syndrome, functioning autism.
In fact, I actually have a best friend who has that.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that before.
You did on
I think it was the episode
episodes.
1. Episode 1.
Yeah, if you have not watched that yet, highly, highly suggest it.
Yeah, what are you doing on episode 3 already? Haven't even watched
yeah, what the fuck
1
are you
and 2.
doing here?
What you doing here?
But yeah, no, inclusion is
You're
a
not
big
a real
thing.
Connor fan.
I just saw this video on my feed. You guys are assholes.
Why can't it be on
yeah,
your
we're
feed?
assholes
YouTube
for
would
content.
never recommend this. We
I
swear
know,
to
right?
it.
If they recommended it, I would be wondering, is someone at YouTube okay?
I think they're high.
But, yeah, I'm... Hey, dude at YouTube that, you know, for whatever reason decided to recommend this, can I get some of that?
Hey, yo, can I, can I get some... Man, I gotta get hit up, man. I need my fix, man.
But, the funny part is that, especially nowadays, inclusion is a big thing. And tiptoeing around it is not a good idea, especially how it is now. And I'm sorry to touch on this, but with Trump, bad ideas with what he did with the LGBTQ plus community. Making it that people of the same sex cannot have a same-sex child. Understandable, but at the same time, everyone always gives him shit, so there's no point in making it a law. Everyone always says, oh, well, you know what's gonna happen? This kid is gonna grow up to be this way. They're gonna grow up and be like you. That's gonna fucking happen. So if you make it that they have to have a different sex child, guess what? If by the magical laws of, yeah, this will happen. This is what happens when you have a child and you're gay or lesbian. They're going to end up like you. Guess what? It doesn't matter if you have a different sex. If that's how the world works, they're going to see it that way. The world doesn't work that way, though. It's not all black and white. Now, back to The Last of Us 2. That game was a shit show from the start. I was interested in it, and then I started hearing everything. And my interest went from interest to how far has Naughty Dog been digging their grave?
Because let's
Like, how
look
many
at
bodies?
it. Freaking Naughty Dog. If I'm remembering the developer correctly, developer of Crash freaking Bandicoot.
I will actually look that up quickly. Make sure.
Uncharted.
Uncharted, yeah.
Yeah, then it's Naughty Dog that made Crash Bandicoot. They made Crash Bandicoot, the first 3, the good ones. They made freaking Uncharted, which was an amazing adventure series and actually made me want to get a PlayStation because it looked so good. It looked like so much fun.
Definitely.
And they made the first Last of Us, which was fantastic. And now, even all these years later, they make a mistake like this. And the worst part about it is, it's a mistake. I think it would have just been fine if they had just released it. It wasn't good. It wasn't the best, but they just forgot about it. But no. Instead, people had to go and say it was the best game. And I think that's what pushed me over the edge with the game. Because no, it's not the best.
Yeah. Now, this is where me and John are going to kind of have differences. Was it a good game? Story-wise, for a while, they did good.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had a good story built up first.
Oh yeah,
Now,
I fully agree.
Because what I'm going to talk about here is endgame stuff. The person that you follow. Well, turns out that okay, so the person you follow is part of the Fireflies, or at least what's left of them, and then joins another group that is, I think, remnants of the Fireflies.
Something like that.
But their whole idea is not to cure the world. They're just basically a bandit group at that point. They've lost the interest of actually curing the virus. And if anyone has ever, and a quick recap, if anyone that is watching this has not played the first game, basically what happened is cordyceps, an actual parasite that is in our world, which can take the evolutionary leap. That is the most terrifying thing about it, is that The Last of Us.
I think it's cordyceps.
Yeah, cordyceps. But that thing can actually become real. That's the terrifying part. Not the whole idea of, zombie-like apocalypse being real. The idea that literally a virus could wipe us out. And it would all be because of Mother Nature.
Just natural evolution.
Yeah. And that's truly what it would be. It would be it would be fucking natural evolution. At it.
Broadcast.
Sucks. And worst part. First, Joel lost his daughter. The main protagonist that you play in the first game. He lost his young daughter. Because she was shot. And
Oh yes, others for The Last of Us 1.
Yes, actually, this is very early on, so spoilers slash not spoilers, at least right now. But yeah, spoilers essentially. Then you get to 15 years later, and by the way, the reason why his daughter was shot, because I know a lot of you are, but why is his daughter shot? She was shot, I think, by a U.S. soldier.
Yes.
Yeah, like it was one of the
Yeah.
fucking soldiers or whatever. Like he fucking did some bullshit or whatever. Like he tried to report on how they were survivors or whatever, and his commanding officer just said, "Shoot him. I don't give a shit."
Well, not really shoot him, I don't give a shit, but it was more so,
Can't risk
they
it.
didn't know what was going. Yeah, they didn't know what was going on. They didn't know who was infected. They couldn't risk it. So in a situation like that,
It's
until
understandable.
you can set up, yeah, until you can set up proper quarantine where people can head. Unfortunately, if you see someone that has a wound, especially a wound that can be fatal, not just to you, but many other fucking people around you, to survivors, unfortunately what's going to happen is someone's going to get shot and put down. And it sucks. It really fucking does.
Oh yeah.
But it's something that does, okay. It's something that will happen, no matter what. It sucks, and I hate saying this constantly, but it is something that will fucking happen. And my god. Is it terrifying when it does? Does it suck? Fuck yeah. But a lot of shit that happens, especially right now, is for the betterment of mankind, the safety of those before us and after us. Those that can actually continue to live on. Now, in another stream, I think we're gonna go into space bearing shit, because I can tell you right now, I have a fair amount of knowledge when it comes to getting up to Mars and stuff like that, and that'll be interesting to
I'm in
talk
space.
about, so we'll save that for another one. But to quickly recap the whole thing of The Last of Us 1, Joel is given the task of transporting Ellie, where at the time she is, I think, what, probably 12, 13 years old?
Something. I think she's 13.
Somewhere around there, but then like
Yeah.
up into where like Last of Us 2 or whatever. Like a good like 5 or 6 years may have passed. I'm not entirely sure though.
Oh, probably about like 5, 6, 7 years, yeah, because I
Max.
think she's like almost an adult. She either is almost an adult or is an adult. But, okay. The whole thing that ended up happening out of all that sucked with Last of Us 1 was glorifying Joel, because he does get Ellie to her destination, which is the Fireflies, because inside her body she has a...
Immunity.
Not an, well, yes, an immunity, but an immunity in the way of her body developed it. And if extracted from the human body, it could potentially, again, potentially, they did not know if it could, but it could potentially be redeveloped over and over and over. Which would have been good. Now, Joel, because he lost his daughter, and this is what kind of fucked The Last of Us 1, and it was very odd to see this. And he didn't want to be alone. Now, he ditched Ellie during their travels, yes. But the whole idea was for him not to get close to her. And it fucking sucked in the end. Because he lied to her after killing a veterinarian, which was the guy that was going to do the removal, which unfortunately would have killed Ellie because of the location this sack was sitting. Most likely it was close to a lung or a heart, and in the world of The Last of Us, where you don't really have a lot of sterile equipment and there's no way to ensure safety, they most likely would have had to humanely put her down before it started. put her to sleep, and then put her out of her misery. Now, with that said, that's the basic recap. Now, with The Last of Us 2, the main antagonist is actually the daughter of the veterinarian that Joel ended up killing to save us.
Here's the
And
thing.
you don't
Here's the
learn
thing, though,
about-
is that like I honestly don't understand. Like he couldn't have just wounded him or something. Like he had to fucking kill him. I don't understand. I really don't understand that.
I think Naughty Dog knew they were going to do another game, so they wanted to set it up that there would be some kind of antagonist.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just let the guy, like, let the guy that's alive or whatever, like, that way they're just, like, hunting them or something like that. It's the Fireflies that they're the antagonists, the entire damn group.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think what they planned on doing with it... hold on a second. I gotta find... Yeah, there we go. Broadcast tape. The whole thing that ended up happening specifically was that, and this is how it's wanted to make Joel the antagonist. And they wanted you to feel for him. So, at the beginning of the game, he loses his daughter. Then, he ends up having to transport a girl that would have been around his daughter's age.
They wanted you to have that sort of father-daughter connection.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
So that,
What happened?
that's the thing.
This,
What the fuck?
no, hold up. Hang on a second. Hold up. I'm not talking about about the topic or whatever. I'm in the freaking in the what's it called? That stupid thing over at Flatwoods. That one little that one area where all the Mr. Farmhands are. I went
Oh, the
inside.
agricultural center.
Yeah, the cultural center. I go in there.
Come over and help you idiots.
No, you don't need to help me or nothing. It's just that, like, there's this one Mr. Farmhand or whatever, and he just automatically just activates his self-destruct mode before I even have a chance to damage him.
He activates his plan.
So, like,
God.
I'm busy hacking and slashing these other Mr. Farmhands. I turn around before
Were
I
you
even...
hacking and whashing and whacking and smashing?
Yes.
Hacking, lashing,
I'm
chopping
gonna
that meat.
fucking punch
But-
you for that, John.
But, no, here's the thing, is that before I even have a chance to hit this guy with my freaking axe, he just blows up and kills me. I'm just like, what the hell? And the thing is, here's the thing is that, like, he wasn't even, like, glowing red or nothing, like, to let me know that he's about to blow up.
Yeah. Now, to continue on, even though that's funny to hear, Nick,
Shut up.
to continue on, with what, with, The Last of Us, and then The Last of Us 2, after saving Ellie, it shows that Joel has that kind of, like, fatherly connection to her in a way, which, it's how it was supposed to be set up. It was just, they set it up that way, and it does seem very deliberate, especially now with the second game out, that they did it so that you would actually grow a connection to him.
So that they can rip
And
your
then when
heart
he-
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And unfortunately, in the end, you see the father figure die, and Ellie now has a reason to go murder.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. Ellie, now again, very, very fucking good spoilers here. Not good, fucking spoiler heaven. Or hell, depending on how you see it. So please, this is your last chance. This is your
Leave
last
now.
fucking chance. You want to play the game, no matter how shit we think it is, if you want to play it, leave. Please. If you're still here, well then, welcome. And let's get on with the show. So, to start it off, it's been about God knows how many years. Survivors have met up in a town.
We'll go with
And
6.
they built it up. Yeah, we'll go with a rough estimate of 6 to 7 years. It's the easiest way to say it because Ellie looks about 17.
Maybe 18.
Yeah, maybe 18. Specifically with the amount of like sex scenes that it looks like it has, I want to say she's most likely 18. And this is what really sucks in the end. Ooh, baseball grenade. When Ellie goes to hunt down the main antagonist to kill her, and this is one of the quarrels that people really had with the game. When you're playing her in-game and not in cutscenes, she is a fucking badass. She is the type of woman where if you love hacking and slashing in games and you just want to rip out people's throats or, you know, slit them, good on you. She is your fucking game girlfriend.
She is your
However,
goddamn hero.
when it comes to the cutscenes, she goes from, I will rip your fucking throat out, to, why? Why do you make me do this, Dabs? I really wish I was kidding. She becomes a sobbing fucking mess, and it really ruins the whole thing of, like, she is motivated because this one bitch killed her father figure. But she can't, at the end of the day, she can't bring herself to do it. And her girlfriend and essentially adopted child leave her. Now that's skipping a lot of the other parts of the game. You can play that because we're not going to go through the whole dialogue of the game. It's that, what the fuck happened here. This is a conversation, not a fucking in-depth of, let's review everything that the characters said. To change the... Thinking about this makes me want to hurl. Oh, you down the cunt that killed Ellie's father figure. Also, this cunt, I actually can't remember her name, and I don't really care to remember her name. She also had saved a young boy. I say boy because politically that is correct, since even though it was a girl, she considered herself a he. Flat-chested
Because inclusion.
and all that. Yeah. And and here's the thing. Compared to Ellie, this dude actually was good. Like, he was written well. He is the only character that at the end of the game, I think you kind of start to care about. Because, like, the character's written well, you save him from the people that basically their law is you attempt to leave as a woman or you attempt to become a fighter and you get shot in the face. You literally get fucking killed for leaving. So, the antagonist saves her. Again, I don't remember her name. I don't really want to look it up. If one of you guys wants to, go for it.
I think it was Abby. I think that's what her name was.
Yeah, that's what it is. It was Abby. But Abby saves this dude / chick, and they kind of start rolling together. And Ellie doesn't kill the dude that Abby saved. And as she goes to kill Abby, and by the way, I will say this now, Abby is a chick. Anything that you heard about Abby being the transgender was actually wrong. That's the only part that the leak did get wrong, was that Abby was supposed to be the transgender. But, basically, Ellie let Abby go, but Allie left her a parting gift of cutting off her left finger.
Well, no, not cutting off.
It was the ring and pinky, and it was only the last two part of the phalanges.
But here's the thing, though, is that she didn't cut that son of a bitch off. She bit that son of a bitch off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, Joel had actually taught Ellie how to play guitar. Specifically, right-handed for strumming. Left-handed for the
neck.
Yeah. So when she lost her pinky and ring finger, she couldn't play anymore. Unless she switches hands. Which is not... It's hard, but Ellie is left with nothing. Her girlfriend, her child, her father figure, and the one thing that reminded her of him and allowed her to escape, music, is gone. Everything is gone. Ellie is basically that one person that is so broken, you're surprised they haven't committed suicide yet.
Right. I mean, like, and here's the thing is that, she had the perfect life and everything with her, I'm guessing, like, I guess we could call her wife or something, or her, fucking, I don't know, but,
Her lover, just put it that way.
Yeah, her lover, and she had a kid and everything. And then, just because of the fucking promise that she fucking made to Joel's brother, he came knocking on her fucking door, and fucking was saying, like, hey, I found where she is, like, if we want to go kill her now, this is the time to do it.
Yeah,
And she chose, and like, she let her fucking bloodlust get the better of her, and she lost everything. All in the pursuit of revenge.
Yep. And the best part is, Ellie's girlfriend actually tried to talk her out of it. She had given up on hunting down Abby after almost killing her the first time. Because that was not the first time she tried to actually kill her. She let her go the first time. And it only took Joel's brother, Tommy, to come by because he had still been looking for her to fuck it all up for Ellie. And that's how they left the game.
Like, and here's the fucking bullshit part is that he fucking guilt-tripped her into doing it.
I didn't play and I didn't really watch the part.
Oh yeah, but like that's basically what he.
Yeah, it was a guilt trip.
Yeah, it was a guilt trip.
Oh, you gotta be.
Like he
Damn it.
Like he fucking like was like so like he went ahead and like she was like saying no, I don't want to do this or whatever. I don't want to go after her, and then he's like saying, so the fucking promise that you gave me to avenge Joel, the one who fucking took you, like we took you in and all that other bullshit. And this is how you're gonna honor his fucking memory? I see how it is. And then, like, and the thing is that her fucking lover or whatever stepped in and saying, that's enough. And that basically kicked him out or whatever and told him, like, don't be coming by here again and telling us that bullshit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, and the thing is that, like, because of him basically guilt-tripping her or whatever, she couldn't fucking sleep, and she basically went out, and whenever she came back, missing fingers and everything was gone. By the time she realized what she just did or whatever, I mean, like, she lost everything, and she just realized that she can't take it back. But, like, that's one thing I hated about the fucking end of it, was, like, how it was a fucking guilt trip to go ahead and actually, to fucking get Ellie to leave everything that she actually had. Like, it was such bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Is anyone else here getting a little tired?
Sleep is for the weak.
Thanks. Well, I am, and I think I might just call it a night.
Yeah, I'm probably going to call it a night as well. I know this one's being cut short, but, like, we did have a fair amount of content to talk about. We got through a lot of it.
I wasn't there for most of it because I was busy playing a PC game.
That sounds like a you issue.
Shut up.
That does sound like a you issue.
Fuck off, you fuckers.
Ukraine?
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly deal with this free radical and then that'll be it.
So, rumor is you've got information out.
But yeah.
Strength. No, you tell me where your hideout is or I turn you inside out.
We talked about a fair few things.
Come on.
We got to the point that last video.
Yeah, somewhere that we weren't 100% that we would get to.
I mean, I had a feeling we'd get to it eventually.
So did I. Alright, I'm gonna head in here and I'm gonna log. Here we go. Alright, as always, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy and you're watching this on Twitch, please hit the follow button. It's not that hard, guys. It's really easy. And it lets me know that you guys like this content. That, and also just watching it, well, at least give me an idea that you guys enjoy this kind of content. The more views I get on certain videos, I'll try and do a bit more. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload a Twitch archive, whenever I upload a past Twitch stream. And periodically in some of the videos, put down below what you want to see me do with maybe this build, what games you want to see me play, what you want us to talk about. Because it will really help with content if we can get some ideas. Especially ideas that we can talk about for a while. Whether it be games that are so shit that we laugh. It's like, hey, content. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And you guys know what to do if you did enjoy.